In this video, I'm going to be going over the rewards pool. We have 3 different draws. Each of them are independent of the other. So if you enter one, you won't be entered into the other ones. So we're going to start with the hourly prize ranking. This one here is going off probably around 5 or 6 times a day. You can see down here that it's already gone off quite a few times already. Now, when it does go off, okay, and you need to enter between the last 2 hours, so it's around $16,000 to $20,000 that you see in here. You can see it's getting close to possibly right around the 2 hour time where you want to enter. And it has to be 101 die or more to enter in. Now, what this is, it's actually when you're doing a deposit into, let's say you're just joining or you're adding new money to your staking, you will go through the reward pool. Once you do, you're going to click on Join Lucky Hash, and then you will do your deposit, whatever it may be in here, and the transaction it creates in here gets added into the prize draw pool. So what happens is at the time that they do the draw, they will select 10 lucky hash IDs. Now there could be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people that try to get in on this, but only 10 will be selected. And when they select those 10, they are put in order from the largest deposit to the smallest deposit. So people are asking, well, how do I win the big prizes? Well, it would be the biggest deposit out of those 10 they select. For instance, here, the 57.97 that was won, this person deposited $1,881. That's the one that was selected for that. Okay, and then the lowest one was probably around 105 right there. Okay, so that's what won the 324. So again, they select 10, they then put them in order from the largest to the smallest deposit, and that's how they win the actual money corresponding to the hash IDs you see below. Now the weekly is at 214,000, so it's already set to pay out at least a month's worth of rewards of 50,000 die or more. Now what they do is the same thing, but what happens here is throughout the week you can do your entry using, again, the Join Lucky Hash. However, when they do the draw, they will draw 30 tickets, but there are hash IDs. And these are drawn in the 2 hours prior to the actual draw time, which is around noon Eastern on Sunday, the last day of the week. And then again, those are all put in order from the highest to the lowest. So the 58.43, the highest deposit was $2,695. And the lowest one for $200, that one was $101. Okay, so there you can see they just put them in random order, and that's how you can win. So the bigger your deposit to go staking with, the bigger your chance of winning one of these bigger prizes. The monthly, okay, this one's currently at 134. It was over 300,000 last month. Again, same process. You click the Join Lucky Hash and you type in whatever the amount is that you want to deposit over $101. Now, this again does a draw on the very last day of the month, 2 hours prior to the end. Okay, so it draws at around noon Eastern on the last day of the month. But 2 hours before that, they draw 51 random numbers. Now, there could be 100,000 people that made deposits in throughout that month, and only 51 will be drawn at random. Now, out of those random 51, the largest deposit will win 40% of the prize. So last month, 132,800 was won, and the largest deposit was $4,255 or $4,486. Okay, so that was it. Someone could have deposited 15,000, but if their hash ID was not selected, they don't win. It's only those that are randomly selected. The other 50 are then put in order from largest deposit to smallest deposit, and then they are winning the according. So the second prize was $3,293 was deposited. Okay, and that won this big one. The lowest one was $103. So that $103 won $435. And that's all free money, folks. You're not buying a ticket. Your hash ID for your transaction of your deposit is what goes into this draw. After you make your deposit using the Join Lucky hash, you're simply going to go to the staking and you're going to type in, you're going to see the unbalance here. You're just going to click max and stake. That's how that works for the rewards pool. So hopefully you understand now how the rewards pool actually works.